President Trump, who also announced he'll hold a second summit soon with North Korea's Kim Jong-un, isn't the only high-profile leader in the Big Apple this week. Over 120 diplomats and heads of state are in town, working to solve some of the biggest global challenges. Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby is following all of the events at the UN this week. He joins us from Manhattan. Good evening, Wyatt.
Good evening, Lauren. This is the single busiest week of the year here at the United Nations. Dignitaries are holding meetings on a variety of topics, from the plight of migrants and refugees to providing clean water and medicine to remote parts of Africa, all issues Catholic groups have been working on for decades. All eyes are on the 73rd Annual United Nations General Assembly. Here, all 193 members have equal representation and work together on a wide range of international issues.
Our prayers tonight are well timed.
The Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, says one of the biggest this year is creating sustainable societies, fulfilling basic needs like shelter, water, education, and medical care. Father Roger Landry, who works at the Holy See's mission to the UN, says it's an issue that goes to the heart of the church, lifting the poor out of poverty.
We've been on the ground all over the world trying to do that with education, through poverty alleviation programs, through economic starters, wells, and what drinking water can actually do to an economy.
One of the biggest Catholic organizations doing just that is Caritas International. I recently spoke via Skype to Samuel Zahn Okologo, who spoke about sustainable development at the UN in 2015. He is based in Ghana, where there is a need for the church's leadership.
One of the important dimensions of the church that it is able to reach the so-called deprived areas. The church is everywhere. Every nook and cranny of this country, you can feel the presence of the church, and it really touches the lives of people.
The Catholic Church also strives to emphasize the dignity of every human person. Anna Halpine is the founder of World Youth Alliance, which works to promote the value of life and the family.
And so we always have to start with a person-centered response. What does this human person in front of me need? And that answer can vary in times and place. It varies throughout a person's life. So I think these are the ways in which many of the agenda items of the UN, topics of debate, and certainly the reason why the Holy See feels such a particular attachment to being here.
The Pope's representative to the UN, Archbishop Bernardito Auza, is calling on diplomats not to forget about migrants and refugees around the world. Several Catholic organizations will join other faith-based groups in talking more about the issue this week. Lauren?
Wyatt, you're going to be following President Trump's meetings as well. What's on his docket?
Well, Lauren, President Trump gives his speech here at the United Nations tomorrow morning. A number of other world leaders will also speak throughout the day. In addition, President Trump and the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, will be meeting with on the sidelines with a number of other world leaders. Lauren?
Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby reporting from the United Nations in New York City. Thank you, Wyatt.